Welcome, friends, to the most interesting Star Citizen progress report on YouTube. July is over, and with it, a full month of progress on Star Citizen that we did not necessarily get to hear all about. Also, just let me interject here, my August giveaway has started, so check the video description if you'd like to enter. If you want to know what progress is being made on the game, this is the place to find it. Well, this, or you could check out my Twitch streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 AM PST, where I talk about Star Citizen progress and other stuff. Or you could join me on Discord and chat with the whole community. Regardless of how you do it, you're here now, so let's get educated. Thank you for coming to this Tomato Talk. Combat AI saw a few updates in July, including simple actions like the ability to dodge incoming aim or fire, switch firing modes, or the ability to seek out and retrieve additional ammo, which we've seen in the last 2 monthly reports. But we've received some additional info on that functionality now. They're also implementing specific urgent enter-exit rummage animations and are improving the looting mechanism that allows players and NPCs to pick ammunition and store it on their loadouts. In ship AI, weight definitions were redefined so that they can configure both the actual weight of an item and the value it must have for weight calculation. This will eventually factor into weight distribution of items and cargo on your ship, so that fuel consumption, maneuverability, and, tolls are affected by what you're carrying. You know what time it is now, your monthly bartender update. Luckily, the bartender has finally been implemented into the game in July. The first pass of a feature that connects the different bars to the shop's services was also implemented, which will allow players to actually buy drinks and bar items from the tenders. Like peanuts? For general AI, look component priority has been defined for NPCs in this order: look ahead, procedural object discovery, behavior-driven requests, track view, and synchronization. This methodology implies that there will be plenty of random objects for NPCs to look at wherever they might be traversing. This sounds like a lot of work for the environment team. In July, the animation team improved force reactions from things like knockbacks and knockdowns and completed the pre-visual work on zero-G push and pull. This means the skeletal tie-ins to character movement in zero-G has been completed. In addition to this, item throw animations were worked on, as well as a few new weapon animations. The environment art team has finally finished brushes in the planet editor. This allows for colors, objects, and ground textures to all be assigned to a sort of macro brush and painted onto a planetary body all at the same time. Though I thought this was something that was finished for Planet Tech V4 and the temperature humidity system, but this may be different. Let me know what you think of this in the comments, because this confused me a little bit.
So if we wanted the red on the planet to be a bit less red, we had to tweak all of those individual files. Could meant like over 20 or even more. The overall look and final look of the planet was easily made up of 500 files that we all needed to maintain, keep track of, and make sure that they were all in sync. So this, you can imagine that this makes addressing a very clean file structure with library items feeding into one file that is edited, authored, and maintained inside the editor in a very artist-friendly tool.
The organic shader also received plenty of improvements, allowing procedural objects to pick up the color of the bedrock or surrounding terrain. This can even be done for each material layer of the given object. The next star system, Pyro, also saw more work in July. Production wrapped up on Pyro 3 and Pyro 4, and the white box assets for Pyro 6 were further developed. Pyro 5 is currently on hold due to it requiring gas giant tech. which is in R&D alongside Crusader. This means both the Stanton and Pyro planetary systems will remain incomplete until planetary cloud tech has been completed. We will be keeping a very close eye on that feature's development. Good to see 4 of the 6 planets in the next system complete though. Next will be the smaller details and space stations in the system, as well as factions, mission givers, and other atmospheric additions. In ship art, the Mercury Star Runner by Crusader Industries has reached the final art stage, while animations, interactions, and door functionality has reached the gray box stage. The Mercury looks on track to be released for 3.11 in the next few months, and I am so happy because that's my favorite ship in the game. And while I don't own one, I will certainly be stealing some of my friends. The Origin 100 series is nearing completion and due for release in the next few months as well. And work continued on another as yet mentioned ship, most likely either the rumored Tavaran light fighter or RSI gunship. And another ship that won't be unveiled for quite some time has reached the gray box stage. Moving on to weapon art, July saw work completed on the Bearing grenade launcher and shotgun, with work progressing on the new Bearing sniper rifle. Bearing has a very minimal and modern design and weaponry compared to the other manufacturers and makes some really good looking weapons. The audio team worked on the supporting audio for many of the previously mentioned features, as well as a couple other interesting bits. The cargo deck received its cargo decky ambiance as well as brand new music. Music has also been added to areas without dedicated soundtracks, such as caves, and the team looked into methods of adding dialogue into general missions to add more variation and weight to your everyday activities. This is still far away, but something to keep tabs on during the next few monthly updates.
Hey, got something for you. Not to sound mysterious or anything, but I'm picking up some...
There were also some pretty big moves on the back end in July as well. Back-end services worked diligently throughout July to make improvements to existing technology that will increase the number of concurrent players and provide a higher quality experience in-game when logging in. Maybe we'll be seeing increased player caps in the next few updates. That would be surprising, but appreciated. As for characters, creature development continues to move forward as more departments are being utilized in the creation of alien creatures in-game. A proper creature team is being put together for future development. Engineering this month was, well, they did stuff. Moving on to gameplay features, the player trading app had a huge push through July to make sure it was ready for implementation in the new 3.10 update. Work was started in converting all front-end Flash-based UI screens to the new building block system to make everything more finalized and easy to use modularly. Finally, they created design documents and high-level plans for a number of exciting, large-scale initiatives that will be hitting the PU in the near future and beyond. You guys have any idea what this might mean? Place your bets in the comments section below. I'm very curious what large-scale initiatives might be planned. Possibly a return of the previously planned Idris attack mission? What if they have something planned for the discovery, quote-unquote, of the Pyro System? For the vehicle features team, many 3.10 features were finalized in July, such as the targeting system, aerodynamic changes, and quality of life changes in several ships. Additionally, the team has made great strides in ship-to-ship docking, with the first application of docking a Merlin to a constellation reaching completion. Orison, our very own cloud city, has made great progress, with large parts of the layout being finalized on the most detailed and complex area in the game so far. Additionally, a handful of rest stops received new layouts, and plans for additional content were made with the mission team. Area 18 is seeing the same attention to lighting as New Babbage and Lorville have now, and lighting across all NPC locations saw a lot of focus in July. Looking forward, in the coming months, the team aims to both raise the quality of cockpit lighting and add consistency to characters in comm calls. On to narrative, the team worked with art and design to develop Pyro and Orison further. They also began constructing a narrative timeline for the PU, where they can map out projected storylines on everything from a local level event to events covering multiple systems. This will be huge for live events in the future, as many fans of other games know. The Writer's Guide also began getting a long overdue update too, which will lend a lot of help to machinima and fanfiction writers. The web platform side of our social support services saw great work in July. Particularly, ongoing efforts will eventually deliver multi-user private lobbies, and private messages will no longer be restricted to 2 people. A small addition, but an appreciated one. In terms of UI, work mainly continued on the conversion of all existing UI to the building block system, including comms calls and elevator panels. The vehicles team in July has begun investigating entrance and exit times in order to allow players to get in and out of their ships more quickly without speeding up animations. Additionally, the team ensured the collisions work with part detachment, part repair, and attached sub-items such as turrets, which presents implications related to future gameplay opportunities. Finally, vehicles worked with the actor feature team on improving the radar and scanning experience for vehicles and on foot, including experimenting with how capital ships could interfere or hide among smaller ships. This is really cool. Masking larger ships with smaller ships is not a topic I had thought of previously, and the mention of on-ground scanning has me hopeful that pinning and sharing locations may be a thing in the near future. They also added a method to utilize signed distance fields to generate an accurate cross-section surface area of an object. This allows them to plan how ambient signatures from nearby objects like stations or asteroids can interfere with the cross-section. This is important, a feature that was only theorized as possible as recently as 3 months ago. This will make a big difference when it comes to scanning in the future.
We're just kind of in the early ideas of seeing if this would even work, which is using the SDF tech that we're using on the shields to work at the shape of the ship, so that instead of just having like a surface area in front of the ship, we can use the SDF to figure out the actual shape.
Pre-production tasks were completed for new upcoming weapons, the 100 series and the new refinery stations. Fire propagation also continued through development, though remains far from completed and in-game. As far as monthly reports go, this one is fairly standard, though there were a few interesting points in there. As always, I didn't cover everything here, especially not that engineering section, but just the points I found most interesting. If you found this useful, consider subscribing to get more weekly Star Citizen videos as well as monthly updates on development. And please, let me know in the comments if you like this format. I'm considering summarizing these videos by topic rather than by department, and would like to know what you think of that. If you'd like to talk about these topics with me live, make sure to hop over to my Twitch streams, which are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 AM PST. And make sure to check out my August giveaway, which could have you winning a Tumbril Cyclone. The link to the giveaway details is in the video description. And finally, thanks for dropping by my video. And may your garden be full of tomatoes.